I am a guy feeling great. I am a guy from a place, Charm City, Bippin, Keys the man, who Marquise is the name my mama gave me. I am rolling down the street. I'm rolling down the street. Yeah, I'm rolling down the street. Headed somewhere, thinking about life as it is in this moment. Is beautiful, is a blessing. You know, it's warm enough to have the shirt off and the socks off with the toes out. What you know about that? What you know about? Stop. Yeah, but I'm thinking in this moment, like, God will make a way. God will make a way. God will use things that people truly intended to hurt you for your betterment, for your greatest good. No weapon form will prosper. I don't say that from a place of like, I'm gonna say that because it's cute to say. I say that from the truth of my experience. From the truth of my experience, man. Like, I've had a lot of moments, you know, a lot of moments where it wasn't supposed to go a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't supposed to go the way it ended up going. And then it went the way I needed it to go. And I can only give gratitude. I've had to be honest about, you know, my taste. You know, I came up in some spaces. I seen some things. So there's certain things that I have a taste, you know, I have an appetite for. I find certain things appetizing. And I had to realize, why is that so delectable? Why do I like that? Why do I like dysfunction? Why do I feel so comfortable in chaos? Even though I don't want to be there, I understand it. Like, I've been there before. Like, you've never gone to the cookout, your mother got in a fight, the whole family talking about it. And then we just back to normal. Like, and then you back right with that family. Cause that's family. Sometimes family is throwing hands and Kool-Aid. Sometimes family is throwing bread across the cookout. You know, sometimes. You know, and then you realize, as you experience more life, that is not commonplace. You know, and I ask myself, why do I have a taste for certain things? You know? And I will always love my mama. She is my favorite girl. Shout out to the OJs. I will always love my mama. But I do think about that at times. I think about, why do I have the taste that I have? And the ladies. Why? You know? What were you raised on? You know? Everybody, it's funny, like I was talking to somebody, I'm talking to a couple people. Had this conversation about like things we come up as. Like, I know people that come up in peace that want to find a little bit of chaos. They want to come to the streets. They said, I want to see what that's like. I want to be outside. You know, everybody want to be outside just a little bit, just that much, just a smidgen of outside. And I be like, I don't want to go to the jazz concert at the cafe. I want to wear a beret in Paris. Like, I want to be out. I done seen all types of hood. You know, I'm from Baltimore. You know, I'm from Baltimore. Baltimore, America. It's not Baltimore. You don't even name the state. It's Baltimore, America. It's literally its own little island of black people, white people, just all types of groups just coexisting, but living so separate at times. You know, we come together for the Ravens. Shout out to the Ravens. Shout out to the O's. You know, we come together for those things. We come together for the kids. We don't want to see y'all wiping windows, kids. We want to see y'all in school getting jobs. We want to see y'all being entrepreneurs. Shout out to Mexico. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Is that Puerto Rican flag? What am I doing for next Christmas? I don't even know what I'm doing for this Christmas, brother. I don't even know what I'm doing for this Christmas. You know, but my point in saying what I'm saying, as I say what I say, is I done seen a lot of things. At the present moment, I'm driving past a graveyard. The hood, let me stop. I mean, there's graveyards everywhere. But for some reason, I just feel like there's a graveyard in every black neighborhood. It's like graveyards and liquor stores. Like, how did that happen? Is this by chance? Is this a coinky dink? Is there any intention behind this that I should be aware of as I make the decisions that I make? But as I said, man, like, I'm thinking about, why do I have this taste? Why do I enjoy Kool-Aid? Why do I like oodles and noodles more than exquisite dishes? Why does my palate have this desire? And then you gotta kill that. At times you gotta be disciplined. Or I had to be explorative. And I couldn't shame the shadow either. There's times where I'm like, nah, that don't work. That's backwards thinking. And there's other times where I'm like, well, that's logical for the circumstances, right? When something wild happens around the way, there are certain things that wild moments call for, right? When somebody gets really out of line, there's a certain level of aggression that disrespect has to be met with. So it is interesting. It is very interesting. Interesante. Muy interesante. What's the interesting? Is it interesting? I'm trying to figure out the German. What's the German version of it? It's very intriguing, bewildering. I'm like, wow, who would have thought? Who'd have thunk it? It's interesting. You know, certain things gotta be met with a level of aggression. So somebody actually pointed this out to me. They spoke about the reality of nipping the disrespect in the bud. It's like, do your best to not go to spaces where you have to nip disrespect in the bud, especially with violence. Yeah, especially with violence. You don't want to have to get violent to prove any point, or to correct people. You don't want to have to. But I get it at times. I understand because of where I was raised. You know, see, if you look right here, this is a liquor store, that is a food spot, and that is a funeral home. Liquor store, food spot, funeral home, right? In succession. And I just drove past a graveyard. So it's like death, the thing that's gonna kill you, the food that's not gonna nourish you, a funeral home that's gonna make sure your family can bury you, and a place to bury you, all within the same half a mile radius, quarter mile radius. And then people make comments like, it's choices in life. I'm like, yo, it's choices in life, but what do you tell to the person who's only ever gone to the liquor store and the food spot, that's that one, and they're right next to a graveyard? And I agree, there are choices, but there's another liquor store that I just drove past. There's a closed down liquor store, a soda pop store. There's a church. It's like, bruh, what are the resources that are presently available? How do the present resources make it so that people have access to opportunities outside of the ones they know? Now, I will say this. I won't get on this big tangent of we need more things for the kids, because we do have plenty of them. Shout out to Greenmount West Community Center. Shout out to Keeping Hopes Alive. Shout out to Johnson Family Foundation. Shout out to For My Kids organization. Shout out to all of the good people in the Baltimore area, Baltimore City, from east, west to south. And we include north, you know, at times. I don't even know what North Baltimore is, to be honest. But shout out to all of the spaces, you know, doing that work that need to be done, because there's people out here going through, you know, like pharmacy where you gonna get them drugs, and then another pharmacy, and then what? A liquor store. I've driven past like 4 liquor stores since I started this live. Like, make it make sense. But you can't, because it doesn't. You cannot make it make sense because it doesn't make sense. Quite literally, in both senses of the word. It doesn't make logical thinking sense, and it doesn't make cash for the community. It makes cash for the people that own it. But it will definitely rob people of their health, rob people of their mental safety if they have any, going to a liquor store, being surrounded by signs of death. I helped a man the other day, and I don't even like to talk about when I help people, right? The brother asked me to help him get some food, a snack. I take him to the store. The brother buys 2 packs of cigarettes. 2 packs of cigarettes. And I think in the water. And I was like, that was solid. Like, okay, a little water. I made a joke. I was like, brother, you can't eat cigarettes. But we purchased the purchasables. You know, we purchased the products. And I wasn't even in a place to be buying that for him. And in my mind, like, I still think about my grandmother needed cigarettes, right? I still think about when she needed cigarettes. And I used to buy them joints for like, I don't know, $12. Cigarettes was like $30. I got paid $30 to kill myself. 2 packs of cigarettes for $30? Like, make it make sense. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just that much. Just make it make sense, brothers and sisters. And like I said, just a moment, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, if only for a second. I wish y'all peace, prosperity, and many beautiful blessings as you learn the lessons that you do in your lives and you encounter people who need encouragement. May you encourage them. May you keep your standard of respect high, even if they're disrespectful. May you redefine your environment so that you aren't a product of your environment, but a product of God and of the self. Think highly, be beautiful. We are built in private, blessed in public, whether they like it or love it. The process is trusted. I am a guy from a place, Charm City, Bippin, Keys the Vandal. Mark Keys is the name my mama gave me. I might be back on here a little bit later. Do well. Save yourselves. Save yourselves from marriage.